For decades, metal was cut using fire, gas, and plasma. And today, with light, Oxyfuel, plasma, Waterjet, and fiber laser, 4 technologies, 1 mission: to transform steel. Today, we'll compare them in terms of speed, precision, maintenance, and efficiency to understand how we've reached the most advanced era of metal cutting. But which one marked the biggest technological leap? Each method was created to solve a different problem. Some aimed for power, others for speed, and others for perfection. Let's see how each one works and what sets them apart. The Oxyfuel process was the first. It combines oxygen and fuel gas, either acetylene or propane, to reach temperatures of over 5,400 degrees Fahrenheit. Melting and oxidizing the steel, it's ideal for thick plates, even over 4 inches, and with a low investment cost. That its speed is limited 8 to 20 inches per minute, and thermal deformation is high. Edges often require rework, and gas consumption is constant. What if there was a way to cut thick steel without so much distortion? Then came plasma, which uses an electric arc to ionize gas, heating it to more than 36,000 degrees Fahrenheit. It cuts carbon steel, stainless, and aluminum at speeds of up to 200 inches per minute with a precision of about 0.5 millimeter. Fast and versatile, but it produces slag and burrs and requires constant consumables like nozzles and electrodes. Which technology manages to surpass plasma in cleanliness and precision? The Waterjet cuts using water at pressures up to 60,000 psi. Mixed with abrasive powder, it can cut almost any material: metal, stone, glass, or ceramic. No heat, no distortion. But maintenance is constant and energy consumption is high. What if you could get that precision without depending on water? Before fiber came CO2 laser. It uses carbon dioxide gas to generate a beam of 10,600 nanometers, perfect for acrylic, wood, or MDF. When it comes to metal, that wavelength isn't well absorbed, making CO2 unstable for cutting steel or aluminum. If CO2 couldn't master metal, what came next? Fiber laser changed everything. It converts electrical energy into a coherent beam of light at 1,064 nanometers, delivered through fiber optics to the cutting head, where it's focused into a point finer than a human hair. It cuts steel, stainless, and aluminum with no physical contact, no friction, and minimal thermal distortion. Speeds up to 400 inches per minute, precision of 0.03 millimeters, and the ability to handle sheets from thin gauge to over 2 inches, depending on power. Why did light become the most efficient way to cut metal? Each one dominates its field. Oxyfuel brings strength, plasma delivers speed. Waterjet gives precision, carbon dioxide works best for nonmetals, but fiber brings total efficiency. In practice, it's not just about cutting, it's about how long you can keep producing without stopping. Oxyfuel is simple but gas dependent. Low maintenance, yes, but with high oxygen and fuel consumption. Nozzles last only 50 to 80 hours, are frequent due to heat buildup. Which technology managed to keep the fire burning without so much wear? Plasma brings power, but also wear. It requires frequent replacement of nozzles, diffusers, and electrodes. The air supply must be completely dry, and electrical calibrations are part of daily operation. Waterjet is precise but expensive. It uses 60,000 psi, pumps, seals, and valves that wear out quickly. Abrasive. Consumption is continuous, and residues must be properly treated. Fiber laser is the final evolution. It uses no mirrors or optical tubes. Its sealed source lasts over 100,000 hours. And maintenance comes down to just 3 things. Replace the nozzles, replace the protective lens, clean the chiller and extractor filters. Oxyfuel was fire, plasma was the electric spark. Waterjet brought precision without heat. CO2 was the first step toward light. And fiber, the ultimate evolution.